Welcome to the Camberley Judo Club Kettle classes. My name's Danny Williams. I'm an Olympian, Commonwealth Games champion, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu brown belt, and I'm also one of the coaches at Camberley Judo Club. Each week we will learn a basic fundamental skill in the time that it takes to boil the kettle, and I challenge you to practice every time you're waiting to make a hot drink over the next 7 days. Okay, today we're going to be looking at the twitch technique. Okay, this is a reaction into the technique that we looked at last week, Tani Atoshi, the valley drop, really effective take back. If you haven't seen that tutorial, please go and watch that. Then this video will make a lot more sense. So action reaction, really big thing in judo, how we can trick our partner to commit their weight in the direction that we actually want to throw. Obviously for this one, we're trying to get our partner think that we're going to think that we're going forwards, so that they're committing to block us, but actually they're throwing themselves backwards, making them much more vulnerable to the rear technique. This technique can be absolutely massive when it's hit correctly. I actually learned it with the school kids when I was coaching more within the schools, going in and doing after school classes. I would do some randori with the kids, and it was kind of like, hey, tricked you, and then I actually took that from just mucking around with the kids in randori into my own repertoire. Okay, so we're going to use the flip flops here, so you can see kind of where I'm aiming to get behind my opponent to take them backwards. Okay, there. So I will start. Last week we looked at the Tani Atoshi here. So I start by stepping to the side, coming in, so that I can get across behind my opponent effectively to take them backwards. Okay. Now we're going to switch stance. We're going to switch stance from here, okay? There, so I'm actually in my opposite stance as a right-hander, I'm in my left stance. Very important that I can't see the foot of my back leg. That's a rough guide to having the correct angle for this. What I'm going to do, I think about dragging my big toenail there. So I'm gripped up, I think about dragging my big toenail here, which shows my partner my hip. Here, at the same time, just a subtle pull with the hands and a turn of my head so that my opponent thinks I'm coming in for the forwards technique. Okay, the way we explain the block to the kids at Camberley Judo Club is the floss. Okay, our partner's going to drive their hip forwards here to block my hip. Okay, for the forwards technique that they think I'm going to do. Okay, we explain it with the floss. Okay, to the kids. I've got the moves. Alright, so there. So my opponent's going to throw themselves forward, which actually allows me to get behind them. So from here, look, I trick them. Drag that toe, drag the toenail, fake with the hands, fake with the head. Here. Then all I have to do from there, bring the heel back towards my backside. Okay? Call it the Instagram. Here, there, and all I'm doing now is my partner's throwing their hip forward so I can get behind here. Big stamp of the foot. Okay, if we can, we get it all the way across. Works just as well sometimes when you stamp it in between the legs here. They've committed backwards and we finish the technique. So one more time. Here, gripped up, I switch stance, making sure that my front foot is nice and close to my opponent's foot on the side here. Drag the toenail, okay, fake with the hands, fake with the head, here. Okay, there, when my partner reacts, heel back, behind, stamp, and finish there for the twitch. Beat the kettle again. Okay, every Saturday morning at 10 to 10:30 I run a solo drills basic fundamentals class for judo and BJJ stand up. You'll find the links to that on all my social medias, which is D Williams Judo. Okay, if you enjoyed that video, please check out Camberley Judo Club on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And for more info on the club, go to camberleyjudo.co.uk, and I'll see you next week for another Camberley Judo Club Kettle class.